All of us here, those who are present in this conclave, is well aware that the state of Maharashtra is not only the most urbanized state in the country, but at the same time, it is rapidly getting urbanized. In next 5 years, 50% of Maharashtra's population will be staying in urban areas. And out of that 50%, about 75% of the population will be staying in 5 major cities of the state of Maharashtra. Why such rapid urbanization is happening? Is it because of agricultural distress or rural migration? Maybe partly yes, but predominantly not because of that. Predominantly because of the facilities which urban area is providing, the quality infrastructure which is getting upgraded all over the state, the opportunities which the urban sector, urban population is getting, and because of the extending boundaries of urban areas, whether it's a Nagar Panchayat, municipalities or municipal corporations, more population is getting enfolded into the urban areas. Now, somebody may say that it is not a very great thing to be pat on our backs, that you are the best in India. You are bound to be. But what about the global standards? If Maharashtra would have been a separate country, then it would have been 72nd biggest country area-wise, 15th biggest country population-wise, and 42nd biggest country GDP-wise. So now you can imagine the challenges and opportunities before us to provide the quality infrastructure and quality living to such a huge population which will be able to compete in the global standards. Now, I am limiting myself towards the infrastructure challenges. As it is being repeatedly said that whenever a person thinks of moving from one place to another place, that person, he or she thinks of moving either by road or by train or by air. But when the policymaker thinks of infrastructure, he thinks in totality and he thinks about the total infrastructure framework. What does that mean? It means that the infrastructure which is being created in urban areas or likely to be created in future, it should be compatible, it should be seamless, it should be affordable, and it should be maintainable in the long terms. So whenever we devise this kind of infrastructure, these 4 canons of the best quality infrastructure should be kept in mind. Now coming back to our region, particularly MMR, as I mentioned about state of Maharashtra already, but coming back to MMR region, which is the growth engine for the entire country. So, the slide please. Yeah. As we see, I don't want to repeat the statistics which is being presented before you. However, the contribution of MMR region in state's GDP in terms of income tax, in terms of corporate tax, is immensely huge. Our challenge, of course, my colleague officers are here from MMRDA, CIDCO, MCGM. They'll be presenting various infrastructure projects. So I'm not going into the details of those projects. However, I would like to mention here that in entire country, I think the highest number of projects in terms of number and in terms of capital investment right now are going on. They are not on the drawing boards, but they are operational. And next 2 to 3 years, Mumbai, entire MMR region will be a different place altogether. So these are the various projects of metro. Right now, more than 330 kilometers of metro, either in operation, work is going on, or it is being planned. Apart from MMR region, as we know, Nagpur has already metro and it is running. Pune has planned extensive metro network. The two agencies like Maha Metro and PMRDA, they are planning these metros. Following these two out of MMR cities, two major cities of Thane and Nasik, they will be having the metro very soon. So the metro network, which is very affordable as well as it provides the seamless urban mobility, the state of Maharashtra will be having more than 500 kilometers of metro in next 3 years. So it is not only construction of metros, how to run the metros from engineering point of view as well as management point of view. We are getting slowly equipped with those kind of instruments as well. Apart from metros in MMR region, there is CIDCO's International Airport, which will be carrying 60 million passengers per annum, which will be more than the existing airport. Any major city in the world has got more than one international airport, as we know. So these kind of infrastructure projects, my colleagues of course will be mentioning about, will be describing those details in a short while. Now, Vijay ji in his opening address mentioned about the town planning aspect. Any city development requires promotion as well as regulation. Without regulation, as we know, the land use mapping, land use plan and proper land use is very difficult to materialize. And that is the reason why the government of Maharashtra has since beginning emphasized on town planning. There are a lot of members from CREDA in MCHI today present in this meeting. And of course they may be aware, but for the general information, I would like to mention here that Maharashtra is the first and probably the only state which has come out with a very detailed policy guidelines, which is called Unified Development Control Regulations, Promotion and Regulations, which will be applicable to the entire state except MMR region. So this is the first step. And as an urban development sector, we have realized that it is not only regulation, but the promotional aspect has to be factored in. So these guidelines have elaborate implications in the next coming future of the city development, proper town planning, which will provide the open areas, gardens, will take care of well-being of its citizens. There will be proper planned neighborhoods, as well as considering the COVID pandemic, we have made the necessary changes in the regulations. So these kind of things, touch wood, should not happen in future, but we should be prepared to face this kind of eventualities in future. And the most important is affordable housing. Housing remains the challenge considering the growing population and requirements and urban mobility as well as the mobility in economic upgradation. So the affordable housing again is a very challenging task before us, and the development control regulations are facilitating those land use in such a manner that more and more housing stock will be created in future. So Maharashtra's vision as far as the city development, city planning is concerned is to provide environment-friendly, affordable housing to all, to provide quality infrastructure, seamless mobility, and thus to create a very healthy and a very prosperous urban sector. So thank you very much. I think I will take a break, little departure from my presentation. So thank you for this opportunity. Thank you, Lokmat.